Well, at this particular conference, we just acquired the company, which used to be known as GE Satcom Satlinks, roughly a year and a half ago. We've done a rebranding and a renaming and a refocus of the company. So it was important that this year in particular, and in this season, that we get back out in the marketplace with our peers, reintroduce our company and our direction and our focus. So it served two purposes for us. First, being able to see what everybody else is doing, which has got tremendous value, but also reintroducing our company. And most of them know our company, but didn't know what the new focus and the new direction was. So it was a reintroduction of our company. Well, the interesting thing when we acquired the company was that it's got a 40-year history. And it's been owned by some of the best companies. It's been owned by SES, it's been owned by GE twice, Bosch Telecom, Swiss PTT. So some of the best have owned the company over 4 decades. Every one of them left something behind in that company. Some really great stuff, whether it was clients, top tier clients, to back office SAP type stuff that we benefited from when we took over the company. So that's all been fantastic, and so we're the beneficiary of that. Now, what do we do on a go-forward basis now that we've got this portfolio of customers, technology, infrastructure, and all the rest of it? And where do we want to be in 10, 15, 20 years from now? And I don't think it's about being, where are we going to be a year from now? It's 5 and 10 years from now. And so we do see, and one of the things that we really focused on was getting reacquainted with our customers, who may have been somewhat neglected over the past, corporate ownerships. Meeting with them, finding out where their future is, what they're trying to achieve, was very enlightening for us, and truly hearing where they need us to be. And they're quite frank and quite open, and we've discovered that we really have to move into the hybrid networks. We really have to get involved in their entire requirements, just not a thin slice of it. So we see ourselves not moving away from satellite, but moving into other technologies that are very appropriate for those customers, and staying with them from the wireless side, from the terrestrial side, and always, our roots are satellite, and there's absolutely a benefit for them from satellite, but it's not everything. They do have other needs, and we want to be there for those needs. We don't, want to be considered a small player on the fringe. We want to be as close to the center of that organization as our customers as possible. So we see ourselves moving in that direction. Yes, absolutely, and you can't work within this industry without partnerships. Even on the wire side, with the telcos, no single player out there has the entire world wired. So you have to work with a number of different partners, and it's a two-way street. What we've discovered, it's a two-way. A good example is Deutsche Telekom. There's lots of markets they can't get into. They may have a particular customer that has needs in 20 countries that Deutsche Telekom can serve, but they have 5 more countries that Deutsche Telekom can't. And so they'll come to us and say, from a satellite standpoint or from your other relationships, can you service us there? So we're both a buyer and a seller into that organization and many others. So it's symbiotic with our supply chain as well. It's an interesting time from an economic standpoint. It's also an interesting time from a technology standpoint, and it's an interesting time from a customer evolution standpoint. So those 3 things have all seemed to come together at the same time. And when I say the same time, in the last 3 years. So, the economic downturn has created some opportunities for organizations like us. For example, whatever the space operators were planning was done 4 or 5 years ago. So we still see a lot of launches and a lot of capacity coming to the marketplace when there's been a slowdown for economic reasons in the marketplace. So as they continue to create additional capacity, we see the prices coming down, which makes us more cost effective with the customer. And I view our competition is the wire side and the wireless side. I don't see the competition being the integrator or the managed service partner beside me. or competing against me, it's the wire side. And so if we can get our prices closer, and it doesn't have to be at or below, but closer, because we've got a lot of other benefits on the satellite side that the customers enjoy. So we do see the prices coming together closer. It's a huge advantage going forward and capturing clients and growing our business that way. From the technology standpoint, that's been for the last 10 years, a constant as people try to evolve with their own technologies, from the antennas to the modems to the shared networks. It's all getting better and better and better over time. So that's been fantastic. This particular show, I saw some innovation that definitely would be a benefit to our customers. So, and I didn't necessarily see that last year. This year I saw some very interesting stuff that's going to be beneficial in the future. And so, and also from the customer standpoint, those same economic circumstances that have caused everybody on a global basis problems, our customers, you know, they've all been pressed. The IT departments and the telecom departments at all, you know, the Fortune 1000s, they've been told, get your costs down. We're all faced with the same thing. You know, we're all in this together. So, you know, we've got goal congruence. And so meeting with them and their insistence, how do we save money? We've got budget restraints. We have to meet that challenge. You know, I look at, you know, the 2008 recession, if you will. Everybody calls, you know, and everybody's talking about when are we going to have a recovery. I never viewed it as a recovery. I looked at the planet as having one big reset button on it. And that's ground zero, and that's where we're starting from. You know, the recovery is, you know, we have to build our business models and our relationships with our customers based on a new paradigm, a new reality around the economy, the markets, and what we need to do for the customers. So it was a wake-up call. So technology had to come to the table, and satellite operators and telecoms, and everybody had to come to the table in order to meet the challenge. So we find that all very interesting as well. It plays out quite nicely, actually, because we've become absolutely customer-centric and being part of their strategic planning. Meeting with them as often as we can without being an annoyance, but they do enjoy that. They want to talk to, you know, their major delivery partners as they try to improve their business process by listening to them. You know, it's a blank piece of paper. What do you need from us, and how can we deliver it at the price points that you want on a long-term basis? And so we enjoy 3, 5, 10-year contracts with our customers. You can truly build a business off that if you're close enough to the customers. So we see from a long-term standpoint, we don't have to have all the customers. We don't have to have 1,000 customers. We just have to have the right 200 customers doing what we should be doing for them in unison with where they're going, and grow with them.